Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother Uncle K, and we're back with another one. Man, in a corrupted world, you need to keep light. For real. This world is so corrupted. This world is so filled with violence. This world is so filled with iniquity that if you have some light in you, you need to keep that light in you. There's so much darkness in this world, so much things going on just in almost every corner of the world. There's some wickedness going on. Like, fellas, this go way beyond semen retention. Semen retention and working on yourself. Ultimately, you got to work on your moral conduct, right? So that's what's gonna align you with righteousness. You got to change your moral compass. You're gonna have to establish yourself with righteous things, righteous activities, a righteous mindset. Because the things of this world doesn't want you to participate in things that are righteous, things that seem as though that is good for you. They don't want you to participate in those type of things. And once you start participating in righteous things, you're gonna realize how so many things around you is evil, so many things around you is dark, so many things around you is corrupted. Like, you're gonna feel like now you got 10,000 enemies on top of 10,000 enemies. And that's extremely true, right? Look at David in the scriptures, right? Thousands was after him. And he was a man after the Most High's heart. He was a man after righteousness, right? He was chosen to be a king over the people of Yashrael. So that was a light on him already. The Most High already anointed him ever since he was a little youth. So look at that, right? How when the Most High put a little bit of light on you, how so many evils start, you start feeling so many evils around you. But just in the society that we live in right now, you got to cling unto righteousness. You got to cling unto a set apart lifestyle. You have to make sure that your hands are clean. You just got to make sure things about you is moving towards light. All praises to the Most High, Linda. All praises to the Most High. Yahusha loves you too. What's going on, Valerie? Hey, my day is going well, unknown. How's your day going? What's going on, Indigenous Aboriginal? All praises to the Most High. All praises. That's good, unknown. That's good. That's good. Yeah, we living in such a corrupt time, right? So much corruption, so much evil, so much things, and you're not gonna feel as though that you're nervous, feeling. You're not gonna feel fear. You're not gonna feel them things. Organic vibes. Good to see you. Good to see you, Valerie. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yo, 94Z's. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, fam. Yes, sir. Peace, prosperity. Let's go to the tribe in the building. Yeah. So you're not gonna feel fear really, because once you have light in you, you're gonna be so tapped in that you could feel the complete opposite. I'm blind in my right eye. but I could still see if that makes sense. Yeah. On the top eyelid, I lost the majority of the fluids of the top part of the eye. So I can't it's not up all the way. But it's pretty cool. If you want to look into it, you want to look into it, how that look. You see the retina? See how the retina is attached to the cornea? Yeah. I got that Sharingan. What up? Yeah. Yeah, I got that Sharingan. But yeah, let's stay back on topic though. Appreciate the question. I hope everybody got some insight. Appreciate that. So nobody else need to ask me that question now since, unknown asked the question. So yeah, let's get back on point. You're not gonna feel fear of the evils. You're just gonna be extremely aware of the evils. You're gonna be extremely aware of the darkness. It's, for instance, right? Picture light as an all white. Like you got all white. Everywhere around you is just so much mud, and you trying to avoid the stains. That's how it is. That's how I feel. When you have an abundance of light inside of you, you can feel the blemishes everywhere else, man. So you know, either even if you live in a life of chastity, even if you delaying gratification, you still gotta make sure that you're doing things of edification in the spirit realm. You gotta still make sure that you seeking after righteousness, seeking after some form of holistic living that's gonna keep you set apart on the right hand side, not the left hand side, because there's just a lot of things going on that we are feeling. A lot of things that our senses is tapped into. Do we ask for it? Clearly, we don't ask for it, but we're on an extremely high vibe. So when you're on a high vibe, you tapped in. You tapped in. Nothing could catch you off guard. Right? Somebody trying to sneak a hook at you. You already sense the jab coming. Somebody trying to, plot on you. You could sense it around the corner. You could sense how people feel about you. All of those things. So you're extremely tapped in, but you got to make sure that you keep a light inside of you. Don't have any room for darkness. Don't let darkness creep in. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because when you have light inside of you, those that walk in darkness, they will try to provoke you. They will try to entice you in a way, like they'll try to make you turn that light switch off. What's going on, Christo? Good to see you, brother. All praises to the Most High. All praises to Yah. Let's get it. Yeah. So, no, we gotta make sure that we're doing the best that we could do. Make sure that we're doing the best that we could do. Because there's no stopping. There's no, oh, I'm gonna get better tomorrow. Nah, it's right now. Establish that right now. Everywhere you go, establish that right now. Everywhere you go, walk in authority with the Most High. You gotta walk in authority with Yah for real. Because when you walk with Him, you meditate on Him. You meditate on the things that He's giving you. You meditate on the way that He got you feeling. You meditating on goodness. You meditating on the things that He delivered you from. And we in the Passover too. We in the Passover right now until the 20th. So it's good to stay in remembrance as well too of that delivery, from that deliverance, all that He's taking you from, and right now He's delivering you from too. So why should we go back into a carnal way of living? Why should we entertain wickedness? Why should we entertain foolishness? Why? Those things is only gonna bring us into darkness, and we don't want to dwell with it. It's already too much going on in this society right now. And I know y'all could feel it. I know y'all can feel it. It's like you can once you sit in your spot, right? You sit in your spot, and you just kind of just feel the things going on. Just be quiet for a minute. Just like slow down time real quick. Start questioning you. Start questioning like, man, you see how people moving? Like everybody trying to walk. Everybody moving so fast. Everybody acting like they got something to do, right? You be like, what? You be like, what's the meaning of this life? You know the meaning of this life, right? You know the meaning. This is a testing ground. This is the training field before we get into the real action. The real action is already happening. The real action happens in the spiritual realm before it gets manifested in the physical. So right now we in the testing grounds right now. So you sit with yourself, you be like, you just be sensing stuff. You like in your own mind, you be like, yo, it's a wrap. You're like, it's a wrap. Because when you're in this light, you realize it's wrapped up already. Stay in it. It's wrap. You stay in it. It's a wrap already. For all that evil, for all the wickedness, it's a wrap already for him. You sit with yourself, you know where you're going. You know what you're tapping into. Hold on one second, guys. Hey, what's the matter? No, he just wants some breast milk. I'm trying to give him food. Yes. Yes, sir. Come here. Hey, he didn't do that to me all day yesterday. But hey, man. I had my little man on good behavior yesterday. He just woke up from a nap. Hey, appreciate that vibes. Tell him. Little man woke up from a nap. It was a good nap, apparently. Man want to get fed. Man want to eat. Man, stay in that light, though, family. Stay in that light. Stay in that light, man. That light gonna have him looking crazy. Man, yo, that light gonna have them looking crazy. Yeah, where's my water? Where's my water? Speaking of water. Aha. Let me take a quick swig real quick, man. Woo. On top of it, though, I just finished me a full body training session. But that's neither here or there. You know, gotta clean some chicken. Get straight to it. But man, that light, Like have them shook up. You gotta stay in that light, man. That light make them go blind. I'm telling you, light is a beautiful thing. You know, when them lights off and it's just dark, them lights turn on. You know, everybody looking. Turn them lights off, man. You know, when you're ready to go to sleep, you gotta turn them lights off, right? So what is that telling you? Those that's walking in darkness, they sleep. They think they can hide. They sleep. Then they can hide. When they see you, they giving you Google eyes. You know, make that heartbeat, make that heartbeat jump. And speaking of the Passover, you know, when the Most High Yah pass over you, you want to make sure that you in the right, that you're not in the wrong. See, everybody, they don't know what's going on right now. They don't know what's going on right now. A lot of people are just lost. They don't know what's going on spiritually. They don't know what's going on. You gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. You know, we in a brand new year. You know, y'all passing over his people. He's making sure he's passing over everybody, bro. People getting hit with plagues right now. They don't even know what they getting hit with right now. Yeah, blind. Yep, blinded by the light. Straight blinded. 100%. Just blinded. Telling you. Telling you, man. And, you know, sometimes you think that sometimes these trials and tribulations, sometimes you think certain things are happening to you. You know, you feel like sometimes when things get real heavy, right? Sometimes you think that, man, maybe I'm being tested. Maybe right now I'm going through a trial right now. A lot of the times, let me tell you something. A lot of the times it's their gravity. Sometimes it's their gravity. That's why we gotta stay prayed up. We gotta stay prayed up to the next level. We gotta just pray, 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 pray. You know, we can't give any room, man. Because one of us, we could send a flight, thousands of them, we could send thousands of them flying. While you think, while you think, you see, 10,000 could be against just us, but we send them flying. So 10,000 of them be sitting around plotting on how to just take down one man. So they sit in the cut, they meditate, they plot, they think. You know what I'm saying? Clyde, what's going on, man? So some things are happening for you and not to you. And not, hold on. Let me run that back. Things are happening for you and not happening to you. Right, right, right. If you catch my drift. I like the way you wrote that. That's true. Right. I like the way you wrote that though. That's a good, you know, I got good introspection when I think. Cause I'm a deep thinker. Yeah. A lot of things is happening to you, like for you, so you can catch wind of it. That's facts. It's not happening to you. You know, that's how y'all kind of he wake you up that way. He like, hey man, he like, come on, come on, come on. Like it's 10,000s. You know, when they think you chilling, when they think you quiet now, that's when they huddling up. That's when they trying to increase their power temporarily. And then when you get back on that prayer, when you get back on it, then now what? You shut them back down. Because every time we stop every time, look, when we stay in hot, right, and we always got to be hot, right? Don't think for 1 second you cool and you warm, you hot. It's just sometimes we think that we're in that bag right now because you know we could be in a season where you know things are just feeling good, right? But don't forget, even even David, man, even David, man, he prayed like Pray against your enemies. Pray against your enemies, man. Pray against them. Pray for them to already get destroyed. Pray for those that have wicked counsel, those that have wicked imaginations on you. Pray that they automatically get rebuked when they come in the midst of you, and even when they're not in the midst of you. Pray for your household. Pray for the covering, consistently. Because the wicked, their imaginations is nothing but bloodshed, murder, evil, strife. And for them too, they look at everything from a vanity perspective. Because when you got light on you, things about you is more vibrant. Things about you is more, it looks more edifying, right? Especially when you have a lot of things in your arsenal, right? For us men, for our arsenal, we abstain from sex. If you have a wife, you abstain from sex in order to procreate, right? In order to get more things done, to bring more value into your family. If you a single man, you abstain so you can make sure that you get whatever you want. You could get your desires met. You can have more energy to go at your business, have more energy to get a better income, whatever it is. You want to create something, or you just want a peace of mind. You want to purge out toxic energies. You want to just remove certain soul ties of the past. Yeah, get that cleanse. That's going to have us already moving on a different rate. And then on top of it, you add the most high on it, because you can't do any of them things without the most high. You know what I mean? Some people say God. Okay. Everybody, everybody that don't know God, they all have gods, right? There's only one true Elohim, right? So people be like, man, oh, praise, man, God is good. God is this. God is, yeah, yeah. Nah, bro. God is, listen, come on. That's a word, first of all. Come on. God means power. Come on. Let's get deep in that dictionary, man. Let's get deep in them archives where they try to brainwash everybody with words and terms. You gotta get right. We gotta get right. So from their perspective, right? They look at us from a vain perspective, right? They like, I can't pinpoint anything about this dude. Like, this dude is not giving me. He's not giving me. I'm I'm with you. I'm on your side, right? He's not giving me those vibes like, oh, he get down with what I get down. He's he's different. I could tell he's different. That's how people perceive you. Or I could tell he's different. I could tell there's something about this dude, and he's not like me, right? So, but at the same time, they're gonna be like, man, but he got good energy, right? Oh, he got a good vibe. So when you start, man, when you start looking super vibrant, when you start just, your etiquette is getting on point, your mannerisms, you starting to have more manners, you starting to just move with elegance, because that's something that we start adding in our lives. Certain things we want to be more elegant in that, down to the smallest things, man. Want to be elegant in it. You want to be the finest in it. So they're gonna start looking at you from like a vain perspective. They be like, man, why he looking like, it's that light in you. That light gonna take care of you. Because with that light, everything in your life is just moving right. He said everyone said, oh yeah, let me go back. Let me go back. He said, yeah, facts, God is just a title. Real talk. People call themselves God, but they take it out of context. All right. Everyone says they're grateful, but they don't show it in their works. Right. It's all up in them works, right? Faith without works is dead. So people just feel like, they could say what they want, but when them works, it's time to show them works. Man. And the thing too is like, it's not like when the most high want to see that work, it's not like he wants you to have a portfolio and then hand it to him. Every work that you have performed, he's writing it down. He's writing it down. Every time you didn't look at your left hand and your right hand and you helped out You helped out somebody in need. You know what that mean? You gave alms. And it says alms is on the top of the list of things to do to receive like forgiveness of trespasses. Alms is a real high thing. It seriously is. Seriously is. Yep. Some people give their alms and proclaim it to the whole world. Yeah, man, I just donated to this charity, $10,000 to this charity. Okay, that's cool. You letting your left hand know what you doing. You broadcasting it to everybody. Like what about when it was like 2 a.m. in the morning and you had all that energy and you went for a long run. You saw some dude sleeping in a blanket. Nobody was around. You slide $20 under there. You just slide $20. He was passed out. He was slumped. You slide $20 right under his jacket. Man woke up. Man felt like an angel just blessed him. Facts. Uh huh. Yeah, you show gratitude, right? When you understand, you have more gratitude for just everything in life, just the smallest things, man. You got gratitude for everything, just air that you breathe, just life in general, and you feel it. Like it's a supernatural feeling. That's why abstaining is a very high spiritual practice. That if you wanna become more spiritual, you gotta abstain. You have to definitely deny the flesh. That's gonna get you. It's gonna get you far, and it's gonna make you look at the most simplest things, and then you start giving gratitude for it. Hmm. Yeah, fam. This world, man, they will put so much things at you. Hmm. Yeah, breathing deep. Yeah, yeah. Let me tell you, just that breathing work, man. That breath work just take you to a whole nother echelon, man. You know, it's like you don't gotta do none of those little meditations that they try to teach. The pranayamas and all of that. All that. Yeah, those things may have some sort of like breathing benefit, but just a deep breath. You just sitting with yourself. You like think about it like days in the past, old times, old days. You wasn't breathing the way you were supposed to be breathing. You wasn't breathing because you were not still. You were always in a frantic position. You were always in a nervous state. You was anxious, so you wasn't breathing. When you had peace in your life, you remember how to breathe. A lot of people was running around like rats in a race, and they forgetting to breathe. That's why their mouths are always open when they walk. And they be walking, they be like, I'm like, why y'all mouth open? Like people be walking, their mouths just be hanging open. I'm like, man, yup, fight or flight state, fight or flight. Hmm. You keep wasting your life force. Yup, you're gonna be in fight or flight. You're gonna be nervous. You're gonna be anxious. You're gonna find it difficult to sit down, to read, to meditate, to even listen to someone talk. you're gonna feel like you just gotta hop up and get out of here. You know, for real. You know the thing about like chastity. We could sit down and we could listen to a very good informative video and listen to the whole video without feeling like we need to turn it off or pause it. Especially if the person is giving some good advice, some good wisdom. And when you remove lust out of your life, that's one of the biggest things that's destroying the people. That's destroying this world right now. Lust. And it's like lust for everything. There's only two levels that people are lusting for, right? Sexual immorality and gluttony. Those are the two biggest things that's just wiping people out right now. Tell you. People got an extreme desire for food, bringing in so many health problems. And then when you are depleting yourself, you destroying yourself sexually, you got lust always on your mind. You don't have a peace of mind, right? You're not still. And you always looking for a way how to find some sort of release. And that's breaking you down even more. That's destroying you even more. Like this world, man, we're gonna have the ultimate peace when we finally, with the Father, because yeah, he's gonna prolong our days and he's gonna give us the strength and the vigor that we need to continue to conquer the things that we need to conquer. But in that time being, we thinking way further. We thinking already at the finish line. That's why when we sit, we could already see light already beaming down the entire tunnel. That's why we're constantly going in that direction and we're not feeling like we want to just stop going. We want to just give it up, you know? So it's refreshing to catch in a like mind like you actually acknowledging the laws and commandments. Yeah, not gonna lie, I've been struggling with food. Yeah, man, strong food. Food is a vice that it's real difficult for people to break. And sometimes food comes in. So a lot of times in idleness as well too. Like food comes in idleness. Like think of this, right? You have you have. Sometimes you be sitting on your phone, right? Or you might not even be sitting on your phone. Right? You may be trying to push the phone to the side a little bit to reduce the screen time. And if you have a delivery app on your phone that you didn't delete, sometimes they're gonna push some suggestion at you. You're gonna hear a bing bing. You may let it sit for a bit, then you check. Talking about Uber Eats got a bingo deal, buy one get one free. Talking about buy one burger get another one free, or oh this restaurant got this or this got that. That's how the food gets you idle. Food is only a comfort thing, and we're not talking about home cooking. We're talking about outside food. Because when you're always on go mode, you want something unclean, you want something unhealthy. And at this point in my life, it's very difficult to trust the hands that's preparing my food. If I'm not preparing my food, it's very difficult for me to trust the hands that's making food. So sometimes we got to be extremely wise about going out and ordering food, getting delivery from foods from hands that are possibly not set apart, hands that are defiling a temple, those that are not blessing the food. You don't know who's preparing your food. You don't know for 1 second who's preparing your food. And then we got people dropping off our food too. For real. Yeah. That's right, Indoor. You gotta cook at home. You're looking at all these meals and all these different recipes and just different things, and you like, man, I'm about to really whip it. I'm about to really make a feast at home. For real. Because eating outside, look, let's talk about health for a little bit. Eating outside too much is gonna have your body fat percentage a little bit too high. Come on. Like, I think I shocked the guy at the nutritional spot I go to. When I got on the scale with no shoes on and the thing digitally scanned my feet, that thing came back 207 pounds, 13.9% body fat. That's all home cooking. That's all jasmine rice, stewed chicken, a little bit of beef here and there, fish, eggs. You know what I mean? Cream of wheat. Just eating the right things, man. Busting down that spinach. For real. The hardest part is having your own ingredients. Yeah, that's why we got to take the initiative to stop wasting our money too. We get a little certain amount of money, man. We can't be out here buying new sneakers every week, buying new t-shirts every week, buying new pair of jeans every week, every other week, man. Listen, a pair of Levi's costing like $49.99. What you look like going out here spending $49.99 on a pair of jeans, and you already got like, who knows? You probably got like 6 to 10 pairs of jeans in the closet. This is not a fashion show, man. People in this world think everything is a fashion show. Like, you got 2 feet, man. You got 2 feet. You got like 15, 20 pairs of sneakers. You talking about, yeah, I got Jordan 1s. I got these different colorways, these colorways. Listen, I'm coming outside with some dirty sneakers, some nice track pants, but a clean shirt because I hit the laundry. I got a laundry thing in the apartment, so I go wash my clothes. Or I hand wash my shirts, and I'll let it hang dry outside. But hey, I ain't here impressing nobody. If I want to pop out, I'll pop out when I want to pop out with some clothes that I already had for like 5 or 6 years ago. I still got them. I'm just saying. But with that bread that we getting, man, listen, we gotta go to the store, and we gotta like really look at seasonings. Get yourself a nice a nice blend of rosemary, thyme, cilantro, parsley. Get something nice. Get yourself some iodine sea salt. Good for the thyroid. Get yourself the right things for the body. Get yourself a nice little curry seasoning. Get some turmeric. And then when it's time for you to make your fresh meals, go get some scallions. Go get some bell peppers. Go get a couple. Hey man, go get some cilantro. Go get a pound of spinach. Hey, a pound of spinach at the local grocery store is only running like $4.99 for a pound of spinach. We gotta be spending our money wisely. We can't be out here just shopping, 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 going crazy. Yeah, that body fat percentage gonna be hot, brother. From that outside food is gonna have it ridiculous. They say even though we're active, right? We work out, we train. There's no reason that we need to be consuming 10,000 yeah, is it milligrams? No, yeah, 10,000 grams of sodium. That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. 10,000? What? Do you know eating outside food? Do you know? I said banana pepper. Yeah, banana pepper's good, but I think I said bell peppers. But yeah, man. In certain things that they making at these restaurants, some of these things got like 5,000 grams of sodium just in one thing. Imagine you out here ordering a burrito from some Mexican spot, man. They heavy with the salt. They heavy with the salt. That one burrito got like 4,000 grams of sodium. That's not good, man. That's not good. Yeah, them sauces are ridiculous, man. Let me tell you something. A few years ago, I was working at this restaurant, and they were making sauces. Everything they made those sauce with was vegetable oils. You don't want to partake in that. The vegetable oils. They pour it, that's the base of it. Vegetable oil, and then they put so much nonsense in it. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, you can only wear one pair at once. What's the point of a whole collection? Yeah. Everybody got clothes for days, man. Everybody got clothes for days. So many fits. Everything is about the fits. Everything is not about the vessel being clean. If the vessel is clean, then why are you so concerned about the fits? You'll see me, you'll see me looking very simple day in and day out, but that aura is shining bright. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High, for real. All praises. We ain't concerned about it. What they gonna do? They gonna talk crazy? What they gonna do? Stop you in the street and be like, "Hey, I just wanted to ask you, is everything okay? I, I, I'm just always seeing you in the same fit. Like everything's okay. Like just look at you. Like what's wrong with you? You all right? You worried about me? Like are you okay? Why so you got you got some extra funds? You want to take me shopping? Be like I'm solid. Be like you see me like this because I'm like this for a reason. You don't want to see me pop out. Hey man, they be thinking that the man of the Most High man they can't pop out, bro. For real, you pop out with regular, something regular. You come out with a $5 shirt, but that $5 shirt look like you done got that thing from Europe or something, from some shopper out here, man. Dante else said a similar thing. Hey, you get more attention. He said Dante else said similar recently. You would get more attention than a lame and designer. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Shout out to Dante Young, man. Shout out to Dante Young. Yeah. Hope all is well with him, man. It's been a minute since I tapped into the content. Man, that brother had some good content. I remember when I was like I found retention on my own, like through life. Just something told me just to seek after purity, and it was the most high guaranteed fact. I put down the smoking, I put down fornication, and I just started, living my life, and I realized certain blessings was coming in, and yeah, Dante was the first person that slid up on the YouTube just randomly. I was like, what the heck? See that's the vibe sometimes. That's how the algorithm sometimes work, right? It's like the phones and stuff like that. It's so much, like I said, so much going on, man. In high places, we don't know what's going on. That's why they send certain things to us. When you vibing high, sometimes they'll send distractions. That's why you got to make sure that you have the right intention, right? And you know everything else is gonna be written for you. Is that 5 to Newbury? I was like 16 to 17. Yeah, Newbury is another one too. Yeah, I think it's earlier content. Yeah, good information on it. Solid information, and we could take that and just go a mile with it. Yeah, yeah, then take me shopping. Uh huh. Day in and day out, man. You're coming out. You have reasonable clothes. You look. You know how to. Look the part with anything you got. People are just so concerned with clothes, man. You know, some shoes I don't really wear. They're still in the closet. You know, it's like who you trying to really impress. But yeah, it's a good live. I'm enjoying this one. Enjoying this one. We just gotta make sure that we keeping that light on us and we making sure we keeping it tuned all the way up. Don't let it get staticky. Don't let the static kick up. Don't let it. Because when you got light on you, you're gonna see a lot of people starting to give you that evil eye. Sometimes they gonna start looking like they going on a hunt, like they like every time they spot you, they they trying to lower their eyes a little bit. Besides, they have a lot of J's. They're not even comfortable either. Yeah, they're really not. I had some a long time ago. I'll say maybe like 5 years ago. First time I ever got myself some Jordans like consciously. I got some Jordan ones from the spot. It was like a colorway. It was like green, black, and white with a little hint of red. Man, I wore those shoes, man. Them things are so uncomfortable. After a while, they were just getting uncomfortable. Especially a lot of walking. You know, if you're a very active walker, so uncomfortable, man. I took them shoes off. Like I think this is what I did, right? I went to a store to go buy some new shoes, some cheap shoes. I went to like some factory, like one of the factory houses with the shoes. Got myself some like $20 shoes. I took them shoes off. I just left them Jordans in that store, bro. I was like, hey, whoever is size 13, hey man, look, y'all can have them. It's no tags on it. Y'all gonna look at the shoes and just put them right on and walk out. It's just no tags. For real, shit. My aunt gives me the evil eye almost every time I walk by. She's dealing with the sickness too. Yeah, it's a sickness. It's a sickness when you got that light on you. You know, you see who's sick out here. You know, you see who's sick out here, and they could get healing too. You know, all they gotta do is seek the Most High and seek His Son. They get that healing too. All they gotta do is change their bad habits and put on His righteousness. That's a fact. Yo, DJ, what's up, fam? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. You know, but it's a lot of people walking in darkness, and the reason why they walk in it is because they feel as though that is comfortable. Whatever when they walking in it, they're like, man, I'm comfortable with the things that I'm doing. I'm comfortable in my iniquity. I'm comfortable. It doesn't make it does it makes me feel good. That's what they say. It made me feel good. So why should I depart from darkness? It made me feel good. It made me feel comfortable when things get hard. When I'm depressed, all I gotta do is go and commit iniquity and I'ma feel good. But hey, that's a lie. And you know it's a lie too. You know, the thing about a man that delays the gratification, right? You are gonna go through hardships. Not every day, not every week, not every month. But when you go through that hardship, you don't go out to find an easy way to reduce it. You deal with it, right? And eventually you work through it. And then that feeling goes away. Those things is only temporary. Always remember that. Them things is temporary. But those that walk in darkness, they gotta keep on committing it. So they could like they feel like they getting more stamina. You know, like when they run out of gas, they gotta commit some form of iniquity so they could like get their energy back or jolt back up. Some people get energy just in straight darkness, right? And when we talking about darkness, we're not talking about where the Most High can teach you things in secret. We're talking about wickedness, right? So the wicked they increase when they commit more wickedness because that gives them a sense of pride. That gives them a sense of false integrity. Yep. 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 Yeah. Smoking weed definitely is not healthy. It's really not. Like you feel like you need to go into the psych ward or you need to go into a mental home. Yeah. You smoking weed, you going with the lifestyle you live in, the information you know, you already acknowledge the Most High. You go and smoke weed, you gonna start feeling paranoid. You gonna start feeling you gonna feel the evils, man. You know what? Because that's a portal. That's already a portal, right? When you activate that, you're opening yourself already to the spiritual realm already. So when you smoke and okay, so let's put it like this, right? Even though you may not had committed certain iniquities like fornication or anything like that, you felt like you've been real clean. You haven't been committing any like sexual iniquities or anything like that. You've been consistent, and then something was pushing you to smoke. When you go smoke, you're gonna feel a crazy conviction, and you're gonna feel all the evils around you. Right? You're gonna be like, "Whoa." Then you're gonna start. Your heart gonna be beating so fast. You'll be like, "Why did I do this? Why did I do this? Why? I was already feeling clean. I didn't go out of Yah's will and committed iniquities. I didn't. I stayed on chastity. I stayed on chastity. But then you forgot sobriety. You see, sobriety is something you got to add on too because you got to be sober and vigilant. When you're not sober and vigilant, See what happens, right? You start feeling the adversary, start roaming around. You sense he's around the corner. He was watching you the whole time. Now, when you're not sober and vigilant, now he caught you. Now he gonna torment you and bother you until that feeling go away. That's why you gotta make sure we stay prayed up, we stay sober, because look, he's around. Look, anyone that's dealing with evil and wickedness, man, he's right in him. He's right in him. Somebody walking by, you're gonna feel the evils on him right away. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's in him. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, he be right around the corner plotting. But when you sober, you realize, man, look, I got the full armor. I'm good. I ain't worried about these evils. You like, man, look, I know what's going on around me, but hey, I ain't bothered. As soon as you start smoking, now you bothered. You start hearing it. You start speeding home, bro. You lock the doors. You like, bruh. You try to throw you try to throw some righteous video on with a brother talking that truth. You watching it, you feeling super convicted. You feeling like you need to fall, bro. You like, oh man, this guy talking too much truth, man. What did I do, bro? What did I do just now, bro? For real, man. Yeah, you can't go back now because you know the most high. That's a fact. Yeah. Hey, those hey, speaking from experience myself, my brother. I could only talk about the things that I've been through, man. I can't talk about anything that I don't know. That's a fact. We all been there, brothers. We all been there. Yo, straight torment. I'm telling you, it's not it, man. Things gonna be hard. Things may get hard at some point, but it ain't gonna last forever. Telling you, man, this world has been already given over to the adversary to pluck out people. You know what I'm saying? Right? The adversary had to go to the Most High to get authority to do what he had to do to Job. So let me tell you, man, he's inside people right now. Sometimes you got all that built up sexual energy, but you're not channeling it in your lower, right? It's just it's just flowing through your body. You be having them ravenous wolves. They be looking at you a certain type of way, like they just trying to eat you up. And that's the adversary knowing that you got a bunch of life force in you. The adversary, he don't pick no sides. The adversary, he's that confusion. He want the M and he want the other ones. He want anything he could get. Anything he could eat, he gonna eat it. Anyone he could confuse, he will confuse. He don't got favorites. So he gotta stick with the most high. Stop playing. Stay in this light. Don't give darkness no room. All praise to the most high through his son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother UncleK, man. It's been a great one. Brother K gotta go inside and prepare some food. I gotta get cleaned up myself. I had a great workout. But other than that, man, it was great seeing y'all. Great going live. I'm always have something for y'all. Y'all willing. Y'all give me the strength. I'm gonna do it. We gonna go. Yeah. I got love for every single last one of y'all. I'm glad y'all tapped in once again. And I'm gonna see y'all soon. Most high willing. But for now, peace. Keep a sound mind and a sound heart too through everything, man, because they trying to get your mind. Once they could get your mind, they could try to get your heart. And the same thing goes too. If they could transform, if they could try to get to your heart, they're gonna try to get to your mind. So look, stay blessed, brothers. Enjoy your day too. Peace.